take a second. Imagine yourself on your happy place on the beach. And the beach is just, it's beach for miles. And then you go back the next year, and the beach is a little bit smaller. You go back the next year, and it's a little bit smaller. And then 1 year you go back, and the beach isn't there. That is climate change, and it is actually happening. Now, climate change is something that it never seemed real to me. It never really hit home because I didn't have a real example. Like Canada, we have cold winters, we have all our seasons. It doesn't seem to be affecting us too much yet. And then my friend sent me this article about a beach in Negril, which is in Jamaica, and it is nicknamed the 7 Mile Beach. It is literally beach for days. You can walk forever along the beach and have no problem, and it's just so peaceful and so calm. And they're saying that beach is disappearing at a rate of over 1 meter a year. And within 30 years, it could be completely gone. This is a huge problem for Jamaica because the majority of its tourist dollars are going towards helping people. A quarter of all jobs come from tourist dollars. If you walk along the beach in Negril, there are markets everywhere. And all of the people are trying to stop you to come buy something from them. They've got jewels, they've got wooden statues. They're doing everything they can to make a living by selling their items to tourists. But if the beach disappears, so will the tourists. And then that's these people's livelihoods. The Jamaican National Environment and Planning Agency is, oh shit. It's okay. So, in the 1980s, Negril had 40,000 visitors a year. And then in 2012, it had multiplied by 10, and 400,000 people a year were going to that beach because they discovered it. And I don't know if anyone in this room has heard of Negril. I hadn't heard of it before I went to Jamaica, but a lot of the Europeans I met when I was there had, that was the #1 place they wanted to go, and that was the place I found myself going back to time and time again because it has some of the most beautiful sunsets, and it's just completely, it's my happy place. And I would love to see it still there 10 years from now, or 30 years from now, or 50 years from now. And the government of Jamaica is trying to, they have 2 separate plans. Some people are thinking that they should reload the beach with sand and just hope that fixes it, but it's a temporary fix. It's not going to do much. The water will still be coming in. It's still going to be a problem. And their other plan is to create seawalls to absorb the waves and hope that, with less shock waves, there becomes less of an issue. But both are temporary fixes, and in the long run, aren't going to do much. So we need to do something to stop climate change, because everybody loves the beach, and everybody, especially us Canadians, you go down to the beach for a good vacation in the middle of winter to try to warm up a little bit. But the problem is for all of the Caribbean. 70% of Caribbean people are along the coast. So, I completely lost my train of thought. This is shit. We can't just keep building up places along the coastlines, find a pristine beach, build up hotels, gather all the tourists, and have it disappear within 10 years. Or we can't, because this problem will keep occurring. And